What's going on? Brian Tong here, and welcome to the Apple Bite for everything good and bad inside the world of Apple. The hottest story of the week that is bugging the crap out of many iOS 11.1 users is the letter I bug that autocorrects when users type an I by itself to either an exclamation point or replaces it with the letter A followed by a question mark in a box. I know you've seen it. Now, I have the bug on my phone, but it isn't affecting all users, just a whole lot of them, and mine didn't even show up until a couple days ago. But it can really water down a message, for that special someone. Or completely ruin the lyrics to your favorite song. Heck, even Apple isn't immune to it. See, that one's too good. We got to give props to Jeremy Burge for that one. Legend. Newsflash, Apple has just fixed the bug with the release of iOS 11.1.1. So take a moment and go get it. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. But seriously though, how did this get through? It's been going on for a week. Has the quality control dropped off that bad? This is bad and more than worthy of a bad Apple. Oh hell no! But there's a good Apple coming from the latest public beta releases as well. The introduction of Apple Pay Cash for both iOS 11.2 and watchOS 4.2. Now, some beta testers and developers are seeing it appear as an option in the Messages app. Apple's been testing it internally with their own employees recently, but think of Apple Pay Cash as Apple's attempt to take down Venmo, but just for Apple users. And let's be real, integrating it into the blue bubbled Messages app that's got a hold of you like blue crystal meth, Apple Pay Cash is going to be just fine. Now, we expect a general release for both the bug fix and Apple Pay Cash very soon. All right, the iPhone 10 has only been out for about a week, but who knew that Animojis were going to be such a big deal? And I'll be the first to admit I was the #1 hater. I mean, they're cute and all, but to tout them as one of the reasons to get a new iPhone 10? No. And it's not like I was going to use them regularly until Animoji Karaoke. How could you avoid social media without seeing these things? They were everywhere. And you know what? They're damn fun. Like this one.
Due to copyright issues, we weren't able to use your favorite artists like Bruno Mars or Taylor Swift. Instead, we have handpicked this fine folk song from our music library, so we don't get sued. Sailing with no destination, roll the open ocean, singing, where is my heart? So I've been wondering where you are.
So, I take it all back. Animojis are amazing. Animojis are for everyone, but they still aren't worth it for a $1,000 phone. Okay, the iPhone 10 has been making the rounds, and DxOMark has given it its highest mark for photo performance on a phone with a score of 101. That's really impressive, with an 89 for video and a 97 overall. That leaves the Pixel 2 still as the top-rated smartphone camera with an overall score of 98, a photo performance score of 99, and a video score of 96. Now, you can check out MKBHD's awesome explainer of the DxOMark scoring system, which is a weighted mix of scores and isn't based out of a scale of 100. So, if you're wondering how good is the iPhone 10's camera, it's the cream of the crop. In fact, it's so good that people on Twitter are complaining that the selfie camera is a little too good. Like this girl. And this guy. And this girl too. And okay, yeah, not gonna lie, that's pretty bad. Now, DisplayMate has also put the iPhone 10 through their usual display technology shootout and now calls the iPhone 10 the most innovative and high-performance smartphone display that they have ever tested. DisplayMate also congratulates Samsung Display for developing and manufacturing the outstanding OLED display hardware. Now, the 10 matched or set new smartphone display records for the highest absolute color accuracy, highest full-screen brightness for OLED smartphones, highest full-screen contrast rating in ambient light, and highest contrast ratio. It also had the lowest screen reflectance and smallest brightness variation with a viewing angle. Wow, that's a good Apple.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Now, Apple even took preventive measures after all the negative press from the Pixel 2 XL screen to issue a statement that the iPhone 10 will also have shifts in color and hue when looking at it at an off angle and can experience image retention or burn-in over time, but they've engineered their Super Retina display to reduce the effects of OLED burn-in. And we still haven't seen any burn-in issues reported a week in after the iPhone 10's release. So, the iPhone 10's display is great, and Samsung is just as happy about that. Not only did they help build it, they also make about $110 for every iPhone 10 sold. So what do when your business partner drops their latest phone that will add billions of dollars to your bottom line? You put out a commercial called Growing Up that mocks them for being late to the party with features like being waterproof or doing something dumb like taking away the headphone jack. But then they went in for the jugular with this guy, in line for the iPhone 10. So I'll do this for the Apple fanboys who are going to get mad if I don't defend them. Come on, Sung, why you gotta be like that? That's a bad Apple. You know, I don't even really care, it's just a funny ad. All right, you know I love the iPad Pro, and a new report from Mark Gurman and Bloomberg says Apple is working on a new high-end iPad to be ready as early as 2018 that will bring slimmer edges and the iPhone X's Face ID facial recognition system. The next-gen iPad is unlikely to include an OLED display, but at least one new iPad model will have a screen size similar to the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, and removing the physical home button will allow more of the screen to go to the edges like the iPhone 10. An OLED screen would not only drive up costs significantly if it was implemented, but Samsung would once again be its only supplier, with their other OLED partners unlikely to have the ability to produce larger tablet-sized OLED screens for Apple next year, according to the report. Now, Apple's also preparing a new Apple Pencil stylus and new software features for using the Pencil with this iPad as well. And another one from Gurman and Bloomberg, Apple's eyeglasses might be here before you even know it. The Big A is targeting to have the technology ready for an augmented reality headset in 2019 and could ship it as early as 2020. Now, the report says Apple plans for the headset to have its own display running on a new chip and a new operating system. Apple has aggressively built out its expertise in augmented reality with numerous hirings, and they launched their ARKit platform, which has already brought us some really killer apps and will continue taking off as developers start building apps for the iPhone 10. Now, CEO Tim Cook even told The Independent recently, anything you would see on the market at any time soon would not be something any of us would be satisfied with. And Chief Design Officer Johnny Ive told a tech panel last month that there are certain ideas that we have and we are waiting for the technology to catch up with the idea. That's according to the report. Now, the Apple Byte even got a sneak peek of their marketing material that Apple's working on right here. Oh, come on! Apple, can you just get this fix out to the public already? Sheesh. All right, that's going to do it for this week's show. You can email us at theapplebite@cnet.com or tweet me at Brian Tong. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you all next time for another Bite of the Apple.